Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk. And you've never been here, welcome.
Welcome, and welcome for all those who return for the rambling shenanigans.
The ramblings. Yeah, it must be difficult. When you click into something and you're like, why aren't they saying anything? They're just saying words. Anyways, today's episode is about Cathie Wood.
Cathie Wood and Cathie Wood's moves. Cathie Wood is always making moves. Every time we talk about Cathie Wood, I say she's making moves.
Yeah, more specifically, moves, not like just Cathie Wood as a person, but yeah, Cathie Wood moves. Cathie Wood seems like she likes to trade. So as we know, well,
it's a literal jaw.
No, but I mean, like, usually, like, sometimes, like, for example, Warren Buffett, I feel like he doesn't sell as often. Cathie Wood literally will make a buy and then sell that thing like 2 or 3 months later. Where sometimes you don't really see that too much with, like, investment groups. Usually, like, they tend to usually wait longer. Cathie would literally buy something and then sell it like 2 months later.
Yeah.
Like, she'd just be like, oh, I bought NVIDIA. All right, cool, it pops, sell.
Yeah.
But then, like, there are investors, like I said, like Warren Buffett, who rather just be like, fuck it, let's just see what happens in 5 years. I trust it.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's crazy. Actually, I have seen a chart. I want to find it, but I've seen a chart. It was like Cathie Wood is like ARK Investment Group versus Berkshire Hathaway. And then like ARK Investment Group has like these like really exaggerated like gains. But then it was like a timeline of like, I forget how long. But then it was like, boom, ARK Investment Group. But then like Berkshire Hathaway was just kind of like, and then they were just basically comparing, being like, you're going to get the same outcome, whether you wait 5 years or you trade for it. Like your 30% is going to be your 30%.
Yes.
Because they were like, yeah, Bert, like he doesn't trade as much, and Cathie Wood's making all these like crazy gains, but then like you have just like Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway, where they're just more like, oh, just buy the dip. Buy the dip.
Well, they both started off at different points, so the way they're going to trade is going to be vastly different, I suppose.
Yeah,
if only just based on those two things.
Yeah, I just mean is like, and she moves her stock a lot more than the average like fund will let you hear of. But anywho, more specifically, yeah, Cathie Wood, she's been selling since April. She's been doing a lot of stock movements since April. She initially was buying, what was it, NVIDIA heavy, along with I mean, she's been buying Tesla for a while, but then she was dumping Tesla and then using Tesla money. She still has a position in Tesla, but she was dumping and then taking, I'm assuming, some of her profit. And then she was buying NVIDIA and then Palantir. And now she's still dumping Tesla, and she's dumping NVIDIA now when she bought it. Well, she was buying it heavy in late April. She was buying like millions and millions of dollars of NVIDIA. And now she's dumping NVIDIA, and now she's using NVIDIA money and then Tesla money, and then she's buying Palantir with it, from what I've seen.
Yeah. And Cloudflare, apparently.
Yeah, she's buying Cloudflare. Yeah. So, and I saw that chart. I don't know if you looked at that stock beforehand, but based off of her buy, it was, I believe, the first days of November, I believe she bought Palantir and Cloudflare, which Cloudflare is ticker symbol for people out there, ticker symbol NET. And based off of where she reported her buy, I believe it was like I said, the first day or two of November. And I don't know, I'm going to send you a screenshot of the chart so you can see what I'm looking at, just in case if you haven't pulled it up already. But anywho, what I'm looking at here right now is a dip. It looks like some sort of either, I didn't check the exact candle, but I think it is in after hours. This is definitely a off of market move. Yeah, this was an after hours move down to $49. Uh, Before they had earnings.
Okay.
And then the company came out with their Q3 earnings, and just briefly looking over at it, it was a very good earnings for this company, Cloudflare. And I think then that news of Cathie Wood buying made the stock go from $49 after hours to 66.24 on the 7th. So literally within the news and then the earnings, that stock moved 49 to $66, so like $17 a share.
Mm-hmm.
With I believe news of a both catalysts for the stock of Cathie Wood and then the good earnings. And then also I saw too, right before she reported that she great time to buy, before she was going to buy the dip in Palantir. Here also too, we have another after hours move down to, it was like, actually no, I believe this was a market. Yeah, market move during market hours. 1448, that was a really big dip. Literally on the first. Again, like right around the time she was buying. She bought it again right before earnings. And then boom, Palantir. News of her, I'm assuming buying it, and then another good earnings. Same thing we saw with Cloudflare, and we saw Palantir run boom boom 21.39, and then another one had a little small dip, 18 back up to $20.05, which is, we saw its 52-week high. But yeah, I feel like every time she buys is around like that $14, and then it seems to take off from there. But
Yeah.
she seems to really like Palantir. And then personally, I really don't know anything about this company, Cloudflare. I know it's like an AI-based tech company. Cathie was really big in tech in general. But
Yeah, well, I have a little bit of information from the article. It says Cloudflare provides a broad range of services that improve the performance and security of corporate applications and infrastructure. The company operates the fastest cloud network on the market, and its platform handles about 20% of public internet traffic, which is, quite a bit. That creates a network effect that would be very difficult for other competitors to catch up with, according to CEO Matthew Prince. Specifically, Cloudflare has deep insight into performance issues and security threats across the internet, and each data point enhances its ability to route traffic and prevent attacks, making its network faster and more secure. In turn, Cloudflare is a recognized leader in several relevant cloud verticals, including content delivery, network software, web application protection, zero trust network access, and edge development platforms. So that's Cloudflare. Operates 20, manage cloud network that handles about 20% of public internet traffic is quite significant. And Cathie Wood is in the business of growth.
Yeah.
So Cloudflare might be something for people to look out for. I mean, it's now in the spotlight since Cathie Wood is like, okay, thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, she is moving a lot around before the end of the year. So another stock that she was buying big back in Q2, post Q2. So not this quarter, which we just saw, Q3, but Q2, post Q2. Again, another stock that we're seeing that she's selling off. It's crazy because she bought a roughly $12 million worth of ROKU post Q2 earnings.
That's not what I thought you were going to talk about.
She already had a position, but she bought $12 million, and she held it.
It's surprising.
And then now she sold it. She sold it, but that stock ROKU had some pretty good earnings along with a lot of the market. Good thing, but so she sold it, and then it proceeded to go on a 50% off. I'm sorry, a 40% pump post earnings this quarter.
I'm surprised because I remember looking at her holdings for her different ETFs, and I saw Roku, and I was just like, but why? I don't get it. But she sees something that I don't see.
Yeah. I mean, some people don't see the numbers. We just think like the brand or the company.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes, and we know by now already, most people know that the market doesn't necessarily reflect the company. So, but I mean, not that I know too much about Roku anyway. Who knows? Their company could be doing fantabulous. So, I don't know. It looks like something interesting that I found out about the whole Palantir thing. I know we just released a video on Palantir, but I didn't know this. Palantir only has 453 customers, and the top 20 account for 50% of sales over the past year. Losing any of those customers would be a significant setback for the company, but Palantir is working to correct that problem by allowing customers to adopt its platform components incrementally. And I know that Palantir is allowing demos, and maybe they're trying to scaffold people into their services, but I didn't know that it was only 453 customers and only the top 20 account for 51%. I was like, woo, that's a bet. That's a bet on a company, because that's not I don't feel like that's solid ground. But
Well,
they are growing.
Most of those are probably government
Yeah,
contracts. That's why.
they're mostly government contracts, but I mean, it's still kind of like daunting to know that, you have a very tiny customer base, and anything could go, anything could happen if the boat gets rocked, you know. But
Yeah, but yeah, it was a weird show. So she bought like, I don't know, just back to like Roku. You mean just she bought $12 million and then sold Roku $21 million worth. And then the day before that, actually, she sold about 14 million dollars. So literally within 2 days, she sold $35 million worth of Roku. After last month, after this last move, the last one, she sold the $21 million worth. So it now accounts for 8.91% of ARC's innovation, their portfolio. So even though she just sold 21, I just said 21 plus 14, so she sold 35 million. Even though she just sold $35 million in Roku stock, it still represents 8.9% of the portfolio. So
that's a large portion.
Yeah, that's a lot. So that's why she sold.
Which do you know which ETF specifically? Because she has a few of them. You said innovation.
Yeah, it was spread throughout a couple. It said of her ETFs. I don't think she like goes in. Yeah, because when I read the articles, it literally said spread throughout, and then it was plural ETF.
Oh well, maybe they're in a few. I don't remember seeing them in all of them. Yeah. But
like Palantir's on like all of her ETFs, and so I'm pretty sure Tesla. But yeah, then some of the money that she used from Roku, she randomly bought Robinhood.
I don't think it's random, because she already had some Robinhood in her ETFs. And I think that's side note, I know we had said before I had said I never want to talk about Robinhood on this channel because I feel some type of way, but investing is investing. And so I find it interesting that she bought Robinhood, because I'm like, what? Is Robinhood actually making money?
Mm-hmm.
Because
yep, they are. They are.
They fell 14% pre-market trading on the 9th. I mean, they're doing some things. Yeah, go ahead.
I think what she's doing is she's consolidating her positions at the end of the year, taking money, consolidating, and then buying the dips on things that may have dipped. Like, for example, Robinhood reported a pretty solid earnings, and it's at a 52-week low. So a lot of investors are saying, well, Wall Street investors thinking the $8 range is the bottom for Robinhood. I mean, I don't know if you're looking at their numbers, but
I'm not.
They're pretty solid. like return on equity, return on investment. They had a positive EPS this last quarter of 52%. Their net margins are up 62%. Their debt to assets good. Their book value per share is down.
They are, you know what? They're doing something because
their total revenue, their net income's up, their operating income's up.
In that article, it says Robinhood has said that it will soon launch operations in the UK. Soon after this global expansion, the company plans to launch crypto trading in the European Union. And I was like, wait a minute. This was the opposite of the narrative that I thought I heard about Robinhood. And are they gonna be successful even though they have all these shenanigans over here? Like, what's happening? What's happening?
Well, I think that's one of the things that is propping Robinhood up, is that many brokerages that are pure crypto exchanges dropped or limited their crypto a ton over the last few months.
True.
And Robinhood is doing the opposite. Robinhood's like, oh, cool, we're a brokerage, but we'll sell you some Dogecoin.
Dang, that's true. That is true.
Their cash flow is horrendous, but like net margins, revenue, everything else is like up like crazy, except their cash flow is pretty crap. And I think investors are like, all right, we're at a 52-week low. They have a solid thing. They're really pushing buy crypto from Robinhood. And you're seeing other brokerages that are like,
Well, no, I think more specifically here in the States, because the SEC has been cracking down on exchanges that are brokering crypto. So yeah. a lot of brokerages don't want to deal with that fire. They don't want to hold that hot potato. So
yeah. Off subject, but has to do with a chalk talk stock. That's one of the reasons why I'm bullish on PayPal.
Because of their crypto?
Because I think they're gonna go far into crypto.
I mean, it's making them some money now.
They have a stable coin, but I'm talking about more than just the stable coin. And their stable coin is definitely going to be, it's just a matter of time until it's in the billions. I mean, it's just a stable coin, but it's more money, for PayPal. Yeah. But I mean like more in the sense of being like, hey, we'll sell you crypto. You want Bitcoin? All right, cool. You want Ethereum? All right, cool. You want ETH, ADA, whatever, XRP?
You think they're gonna make their own exchange?
Yeah, I mean, you can buy crypto on Venmo.
Yeah, but Venmo and PayPal, I don't think they're the same type of platform.
No, but I'm saying if you can buy crypto on Cash App, and then you have a company who's like, hey, let's have a stable coin. Why, in my opinion, that they're just setting themselves up with a stable coin. I mean, there are other companies who have stablecoin. Actually, we're going to make an episode about JP Morgan. That's one of the articles. But I don't know. I just feel like PayPal already being a money transfer app, and then now having a stablecoin is, I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but in my opinion, I think they're setting themselves up to be kind of an exchange of sorts for crypto. I mean, and all you realistically need to do is just sell like the top 10, 15 favorite cryptos. You sell XRP, you sell Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Shiba, Doge, I don't know, Cardano, one other, you'll make billions.
Yeah.
Plus, if you look at every other stablecoin, at least the top ones, they're worth into the billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. Tether in a bear market is like a $90 billion market cap in a market. So I think if they have somewhat of a successful stablecoin, I don't know, just to wrap this up, random thought of PayPal and a Cathie Wood episode. I don't know. I just think if they have this decent push, stablecoin gets somewhat successful, then I don't know. That's why I'm bullish on PayPal. But yeah, I think that's why also too investors are seeing Robinhood. They're like, yeah, let's buy the hood.
I don't know.
Because they're willing to continue to sell crypto to retail investors.
Yeah.
And it's, even though a lot of retail investors hate it, the average Joe who just has a brokerage downloaded on their phone with a few $100, Robinhood.
Yeah.
Anytime I meet someone who's like, oh yeah, I got like 3 shares of DME and some Dogecoin.
Oh my goodness.
They have Robinhood. People who have like 10, 15, $20,000, you're either using like Webull, Fidelity, Charles Schwab.
It's the coffee.
Yeah. But anywho, that's
Yeah.
Cathie Wood. That's what I got. But yeah, she's moving shit around. It's all tech, it's all AI. She's moving her.
Listen to this. Listen to this. I just want to add something else. ARK Invest picked up a total of 1,141,046 shares of Robinhood. That's a significant number of shares. Significant.
Yeah, but it's probably around $8. You said how many shares? 1 million?
1,141,046. Yes, on the 8th.
So 1.14 million. Let's just
Slightly
say
less than 10 million based on its closing price of $8.37.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, she spent, I was gonna say roughly 10 million. So she sold, like we said, she sold 35 million in Roku, and she dropped 10 million in change in Robinhood. What was she gonna do with the next 25 million? I think she already moved it into Palantir. I'm pretty sure she split it between Palantir and then Net, the cloud, the brain fire.
Wait a minute. What's Robinhood's projected profit? Projected EPS or whatever.
Oh, I mean, that would be for fourth quarter.
I know, but they got analysts have to have some sort of
0.0.
They're projected for a low 9 and a high 23.
Yeah.
What
the EPS estimate, it's exactly 0.0106. And their next earnings is expected February 8th to the 12th after market.
I never thought I'd say this, but
I remember when this stock was like crazy expensive. Remember when it first IPO'd, it like ripped from like, it's like $30, $40, $50, $60, $70. Now it's an $8 stock.
Yeah.
With like a $7 billion market cap.
I just never imagined it bouncing back like reputation's a thing for these type of businesses, but I guess not.
Yeah, $7.12 billion market cap with a free float of 665 million shares is Robinhood. But anywho, yeah, Cathie Wood bought the Robinhood dip. She sold her Roku. She's been selling her Tesla. She's been now selling her NVIDIA that she bought in April. And I think she's just consolidating and taking profits and buying dips on other things that she either has or wanted.
Yeah. Well, that's Cathie Wood and a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, the coffee's kicking in. So, yeah, that's that for me.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for staying awesome. Keep staying awesome. I don't know. You got anything you want to?
Nope. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking. Please like, share, and subscribe and support our tiny, teeny little channel on the road to growth. We hope you stay safe and take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. What?
Okay. What'd you
finally lost it.
Exercise for the day. 1, 2, 3. 1. It's like exercises you do when you're like 80. 2. Now reach to the sky. Do my exercise. You're like 90. You like the very subtle without looking.
The look without the look. I don't know what that would be.
Be like, why are you looking at me like that? Are you okay? No, okay. Signal like super loud.